have two dogs, and I like to take my where I go, including the pool. So, yeah.
Joel, I'm in the arts and sciences. I live in a townhouse with 3 other guys, and I'm a rower, so I live with 3 other rowers.
My name's CJ Schmidt. I'm going to the Arts and Science School. I'm staying in Claire Dixon, and my little brother's adopted from China.
My name is Kevin Ebert. I'm going to Cal's. I'm living in Claire Dixon with my roommate CJ, and I like to rock climb. My name is Brian McHugh. I'm in the College of Arts and Sciences. I'm going to be living in Donlin this fall, and I'm currently working on an app with 2 other people.
My name is Andrew Tsai. Going into engineering. Living in Risley, and I did competitive robotics, which I hope to continue with now.
Hello everyone, I'm Salah Sen. I'm in the
Closer.
I'm in the College of Engineering, and I'm living in Hughes. And one thing about me is I'm a huge advocate for first robotics.
I'm Varun. My college is in going to engineering. I'm going, the dorm I'm staying in is Mary Donlin, and one thing about me is I like to play basketball.
My name is Morrison Knox. I am going to be in the College of Engineering, and I'm staying in Port, and I like to play tennis.
Hi, I'm Cedric Wong from Cal's. I'm going to be living in Cascadilla Hall, which is in College Town, and I just graduated from Community College, Montgomery College.
My name is Alex Davis. I'm in College of Arts and Sciences. In the fall, I'm living in CKB, Court K. Bauer. And one thing interesting about me is that I study ancient Greek.
My name is Simon Resson. I'm in the College of Engineering. I stay at Muse Hall and I love soccer.
My name is Noah Fuller. I'm a new student in the College of Arts and Sciences. I'm going to be in Clara Dixon Hall, and something interesting about me is that I love studying Polish history.
Hi everyone, I'm Casey Ebner. I graduated from the College of Arts and Sciences in 2014, which was 3 years ago, and it seems like a lifetime ago, and no time at all. I recently graduated from law school in May, and I sat for the Maryland bar in July, so everyone pray that I pass the bar and become a lawyer. Let's see, I studied English and anthropology in college, and one weird thing about me is even though I concentrated on Shakespearean literature, I've never read Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, if I had more time to find my fun fact. But my name is Simone Smith. I'm a sophomore in the College of Arts and Sciences government major. My freshman year I lived in Ujima Residential College, and then this year I'm living in Becker on West Campus. I am from Northern Virginia, and fun fact, I've been using this for years, but my junior year of high school I studied abroad in Spain.
Hi, I'm Dominique Turner. I live in Maryland and I went to school at National Cathedral. I'm in HUMEC and my major is policy analysis and management. Last year I lived in Donlin and this year I'm living in my sorority house. And fun fact about me is that I lived in Florida for 13 years.
Hi, I'm Madeline Dublier. I'm in the School of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, and I lived in Dixon, and a fun fact is that I've never chewed gum.
I'm Sophie Bennett. I'm from Arlington. I'm in the College of Arts and Sciences, double majoring in math and French. So those of you wondering if there's any overlap, there's not. So I lived in Jameson my freshman year, my sorority house last year, and then this year I'm living in College Town. And a fun fact about me is that I spent my summer teaching math to 7th grade girls in Cleveland.
I'm Gary Koff. I went to Yale, actually not to Cornell, but I went to Cornell Graduate School where I met my wife. 2 fun facts. I climbed Mount Everest, which is probably why I'm limping today. And second, I'm a trustee for the Cheetah Conservation Fund. And in 1 month, there will be a cheetah where that turtle is in in the middle of our garden. We're having a board gathering, and we have a cheetah coming in from Columbus, Ohio, Columbus Zoo.
And Alex Coy, I'm in this
College of Engineering. I'm in Just About Music for my dorm. And the fun fact about me is that this summer, about like once every week and a half, I've brought a container of like mic cables, microphones, and stuff to my pool to like help out with swim meets and other like events where they need some like a lot of sound equipment. So.
My name is Sarah Stachar.
I turned it off.
It's fine. I don't want it. I'm in the College of Engineering. I'm living in High Rise 5, and I like to go hiking.
I'm Rosamond, and I'm living in Jameson Hall, and a fun fact is that my favorite ice cream flavor is s'mores by Ben & Jerry's.
Hi, I'm Gabby Lewis. I'm living in Ujima, and I'm majoring in human development in the School of Human Ecology. And my fun fact is I'm from Barbados, so I just...
Hi everyone, my name is Tyler Dixon. My major is Industrial Labor Relations. I'll be staying in the Muse. And the fun fact about me is I play the piano and viola, and I'm a freelance makeup artist.
I'm Anna Alholm. I'm in the College of Engineering. I'm in Dublin, and I'm from Argentina.
Hi, I'm Nina Hazra. I'm going to be in the College of Arts and Sciences. I'm living in Muse, and fun fact, or not so fun, is that I tore my ACL playing basketball.
Hi, I'm Jayla Frick. I'm going to be in ILR. I'm also staying in Muse with Nina, she's my roommate. And a fun fact is I'm a lifeguard.
Hi, my name is Trisha Wu. I'm in the College of Engineering. I'm staying at Bausch Hall, and my fun fact is I left my house 3 hours ago, and let's say I didn't have a good time with the metro.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Nicole Crispins. I'm in CALS. I'm studying UK, and my fun fact is for most of high school, I was the only girl on the boys' water polo team.
Whoa. Hi, I'm Josette Behrens. I'm in the College of Arts and Sciences, and I'm living in Donlin, and my fun fact is that my parents met at Cornell Law School.
Hi, I'm Sage. I'm going to be in the hotel school.
Your last name?
Sage Kaja, and I'll be in the hotel school. I'm in Dixon and a triple. And a nice fun fact is that I wrote and published a book last year.
Hi, my name is Isabella Paternostro. I am in the College of Arts and Sciences. I'll be living in the townhouse community, and a fun fact about me is that I've been studying Mandarin Chinese for 7 years.
Hello, my name is Destiny Malloy. I'll be in the College of Arts and Sciences this fall, and I'm living in Ujima. What's the last one? Fun fact about me is I was the 2017 Youth of the Year for Virginia and DC for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America.
Hello, my name is Dion Santiago Fink. I'll be attending CALS. I'm going to be living in the Holland International Living Center. And my interesting fact is that I was born in Vienna, Austria, and speak German still to this day.
Hi, I'm Heather Buck. I'm going to be in CALS, and I'm going to be living in Balch. And my fun fact is that I work at Farmers Market.
Hi, I'm Audrey Yuan. I'm in the College of Engineering. I'm going to be staying in Muse. And fun fact, I guess, is that I ran a program to help increase girls in computing.
Hi, my name is Laura Sizemore. I am going to be in the College of Engineering. I'm going to be staying in Dixon. And fun fact, my junior year, I was brought to DC for a conference for my boss, and ended up someone thought I was a new CEO and started trying to sell their company to me.
Hello, my name is TJ Hunt. Sounds weird. I'm in the College of Arts and Sciences to probably study physics, and I'm in Donlin. And a fun fact for me, which probably isn't fun for most people, is that I read law textbooks for fun.
Excellent.
So anyone?
Kids, but more onto the housing and meal plans. So I think like from the discussions with all of you, you pretty much like know logistically like where you're living and what that entails. So I don't want to be redundant in that respect. But I can quickly touch on like meal plans. So you might know there's 2 dining halls on North Campus. There's Appel and RPCC. They're both a very similar setup, but it's just like some are open on different nights, and people, you'll learn pretty quickly, have very strong preferences, one or the other. There's also Nasty's, which is below RPCC, which is like a cafe / like convenience store, so you can get a lot there. There's also like the bunch of dining halls on West Campus. I'm not sure exactly how many, but I think one thing that I wish I had done more of was like explore those in the first couple weeks when you had more time, because it can be a little bit of a hike from North Campus, but the food is debatably better and it's a different atmosphere and it can be fun to just go do something new other than Appel and RPCC every night. As for like day to day, I think like people, or most people I know, will get lunch at one of the like cafes on campus. So that's using your BRBs to get like a sandwich or a salad. There's also like one dining hall on Central Campus. Like Oakenshields tends to be like the butt of a lot of Cornell jokes, but like give it a try, see what you like. And like I think you all had to like sign up for a meal plan already. But depending on like how you go through your schedule in the first couple weeks, you can change it to like either get more or less meal swipes. So just figure out like what works best for you and what you want your kind of day to day to look like. As for housing, I think like again, you know where you're living. I had a really good housing experience, but I think like everyone has a different one, but ultimately it's like generally positive. I lived in a double in Dixon. What else? I think like there can be pressure in the first couple of weeks to like become best friends with the people who live around you. So like for me, I became really good friends with my roommate within the first couple months, and we like did everything together. And we're still really good friends, but I think like as we got more involved in like classes and clubs and different activities, we like found different circles of people. And I became like slightly more distanced from the people who lived in like my immediate vicinity. So I would say just like don't feel pressured to like stick with one group of people, and like look around. I think like friends can come from very unexpected places and times. One of my best friends, we met because I accidentally like Facebook messaged the wrong person. Okay, sorry. So I think just like be open to that and just like you never really know what's coming. One more thing on housing is I think one of the weird things for me was having kind of like your home and school lives totally collide and being around the same people, whether it was like working, socializing, eating, like doing that with the same people all day, every day. And that was weird because on one hand, like I definitely felt the need to like find time for myself and get into a rhythm, but at the same time it's really nice to have those people around you all the time. And for me at least, like I had really good friends that I've had since kindergarten and high school, and I never thought that like within 1 year I would have as close friends. But I think when you like live and work around the same people for like all the time, that you get close to people really, really quickly. So like you'll even come home from fall break and feel like, oh, like I know this person better than I might have known someone from home. So again, it's just like being open to that, and you'll find your rhythm, like you'll find it. It might not happen as soon as like you thought it would, but it will. So I just say good luck to everyone. It's a lot of fun.
Is there anyone who wants to comment or add anything? Nope. Okay.
I would say one thing, Judy, which is, can everybody hear me? Okay. So, food allergies, right? So if anybody has food allergies, the thing about Cornell is, I think they still do this, that they label the food to tell you what's in it. And if you have concerns about food and where to go to get things to eat, there's actually a nutritionist that you can talk to. So that's just a resource just to kind of check if you have that issue.
Okay, great. The second person is Dominique Turner, who's talking about fraternities and sororities.
Hi. So the thing is, like, first semester, you don't really have anything to do with fraternities and sororities, and I think it's really, really good because you get to know people outside of Greek life, and Greek life's a really good portion of Cornell. It's like 33%, but it doesn't feel like it's everyone's in Greek life and you're just like the odd one out or something. It's really good because every freshman, no one has anything to do with Greek life really, so you get to know people on a really good level. And so I would say that don't stress out about second semester. It's really not worth your time. And if you're interested in Rush, then definitely rush. And if you're not interested, then don't feel pressured to. But I would say if you're on the fence, then do it because I think it's a really good experience. And even during Rush, if you don't like a house or you feel like it's not for you, you just meet a lot of people. And one of my best friends I actually met during Rush, even though we're not in the same sororities. I just met her because we stood in line all the time, and we ended up being at the same houses, and she would just be like, oh, this day sucks, and I'd be like, same anyway. So we just kind of do that, and that really that's how we became friends. But second semester when you guys rush, and if you decide to, I would just say just have a positive experience about it. Just have a positive attitude. For boys, it's a little bit different than girls, and so you can't really compare experiences. For guys, it's a little bit more informal, and for girls, it's a schedule every day, and you have to go to every house. And with guys, it's more of pick and choose, and just kind of be really open to everything. Just naturally on being on campus for a semester, you'll hear a lot of different stereotypes and a lot of different reputations. And I would say just put all that out of your mind because it really doesn't matter. And just naturally you hear things. And also don't be afraid of people that are in Greek life either. They're also students. So if you're sitting next to someone in class, don't be like, oh my god, you can't talk to her. Just talk to her. She's a normal person. It's kind of uncomfortable if you're wait, what's your problem? Just be nice to everyone and just talk to everyone, because one of the girls I saw in my class all the time, I didn't even know she was in a sorority thing. I saw her and I actually talked to her just randomly when I went to her house. So you never know, just talk to people, just be nice to everyone, and you'll see people. A lot of different people make up Greek life, and I think that's what I love about it the most is just because a house has maybe 15 girls that are really similar or in the same major doesn't mean that everyone's that, and you'll kind of if you decide to, and I really hope you guys decide to, or even consider it, that you'll find either a place that fits you and people that you really like.
Anybody have any comments?
There's also, Cornell also has multicultural Greek organizations, which is a little different than the rush process that Dom was talking about. And that's also an option if that's something that you would be considering.
And as well as honor fraternity rush.
One thing I wanted to just add on to what I hear myself. It's just too much. I'm gonna stutter. One thing I want to add on to what Dominique was saying is just keep an open mind about, and that that has to do with Greek life, but also everything you do at Cornell. There's no point in having a really fixed opinion about something you don't necessarily know. I went into college being Greek life is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of, and there's no way I'm ever gonna join it. And now I have to eat my words whenever I talk to my high school friends. I'm I love my sorority. It's so much fun. So have an open mind, see what Greek life is like on campus, and if that's something you want to be a part of. But generally, people have a very positive experience with it, and I think it's a good way to see the cross section of all that Cornell has to offer that's not in your dorm or in your major. So open mind is good.
There's also
I turned it off.
Oh, okay. There's also a lot of things first semester that Cornell Panhellenic and Cornell IFC puts on just so that people can get to know each other and get to know different brothers and sisters of different organizations. So definitely go out to those. I know one I went out to was where North Campus has all the dorms. It was literally across from Dixon and CKB, and they just had free food, and you will want free food. So just go to those things, and it's just really nice. And they were playing flag football and just games like that, just to get to know the Greek community. So if you're ever just worried or anything, don't be afraid to just ask someone, and don't be afraid to just go up to someone and be I don't know about Greek life, what do you think? People are going to be really honest with you, and most of the time it will be a really, really positive review.
Okay, now we're going to talk about academics, including, extracurriculars. And Casey is the only one who's a recent graduate. Everybody else is currently an undergraduate, so you'll see the others on campus. Casey's going to talk about extracurriculars, athletics, clubs, newspaper, and other student activities.
Yes, so like I said, I graduated 3 years ago, so if I'm saying something that's no longer true, please feel free to stop me at any time. The first thing I'm going to say, which I'm sure you guys have heard many times while considering Cornell, is that it's a big place. And as it's a big place, sometimes it's hard to meet new people. However, you can always make a bigger place a smaller community. And I think that the academics and extracurriculars, the sororities, that's really where you're going to make that small community, your friends, the people who you really turn to. So it's really important that when you go to Cornell, you focus on the academics, but you also have an outlet, get involved in an activity. Cornell has over 1,000 organizations on campus, which is a lot. I think that's like probably the most that a university has anywhere. I don't know, that's unsubstantiated, so don't rely on that for me. In the beginning, I think it's in O week, they have a giant extracurricular fair.
Right after our week.
Right after.
You're not going to miss it.
You're not going to miss it. You will literally be pamphleted. You'll be walking down Whole Plaza. People will be handing you all the leaflets. You'll know it's there. You'll know the organizations. It's a great time. It's probably one of the best things you can go to in the beginning because you just don't know what's on campus until you go there. And I really encourage all of you. I know you have a lot of things that you're interested in now, but just go through each booth and talk to as many people as possible because you never know what might pique your interest. I'll tell you, for example, when I first came to Cornell, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I was thinking about biology, I was thinking about English, and I was walking along the booth in the career fair, and this woman came up to me and she said, "Oh, are you interested in writing?" And I said, "Of course." And she said, "Oh, do you have a science background?" I said, "Not really, but I'm really interested in science." And she said, let's talk. And she turns out she was involved in this organization called the Triple Helix Sciences Society Journal. And they publish articles by students like every semester or so, and so I applied to be a staff writer for that. And that turned out to be one of the best opportunities I had probably throughout my entire college career because I got a chance to be published. I was published about 3 times in my 4 years, which looks great on applications for law school, med school, and I would never have thought of doing anything related to science at that point if I hadn't gone to the fair. So like I said, it's important to keep your mind open. I think we all can agree on that and just take one by one and talk to as many people as possible. Put your name down on all the lists, no commitment, no one's going to be upset if you don't show up to the meetings. If you want free food, that's where you're going to get it. Every event will have it, so I encourage you all to go. I was involved with, I was also the president of the Johnson Museum Club while I was at Cornell, which also gave me a really great opportunity for leadership, as well as the vice president of my honors fraternity. And again, extracurriculars are a place for really to make your friends, your community. I keep in touch with mostly friends I was with in those clubs, and it's also a place to develop new leadership skills. It makes you a more interesting person, so if anybody's looking for a job after graduation or applying to school, they're going to want to hear about what you're doing outside the classroom, what you're really passionate about, and sort of how you apply the skills you learn in the classroom in outside settings. So I think I'm trying to think of anything else that anybody would be interested in hearing. I don't really know much about athletics. I'm not an athlete, but there are a lot of athletic opportunities available. If you're worried about work-life balance, Cornell has got that down pat for the athletes. They are a very supportive community. What else am I supposed to talk about?
Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Covered.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, great. The next one is Simone Smith is going to talk about academics, including class size, interaction with professors and teaching assistants, junior year abroad or in Washington, summer courses, research with professors, etc.
That's a lot. Okay. All right, where do I start? So Cornell's hard. I'm just gonna be honest. It's not like high school. If you thought high school was hard, if you thought high school was easy, you're gonna love college. I went to an IB school. I didn't do the whole IB program, but that's a side thing. But a lot of my peers were studying super hard and doing IB, which is very difficult. And then they got to their colleges and universities, and it was extremely easy for them, and that's great for them, but it's not Cornell. So at Cornell, it's really weird hearing the, at Cornell you have a lot of support for your academics. So I'm in arts and sciences, and it's different within the different colleges of what you have to do, like your requirements and your plans of study. But in general, I'll speak in general. You can take classes within all the different colleges if you'd like to do that. There are some classes that are like specifically for HUMEC or specifically for a certain major, but you have a lot of options. It is a big school, so I think that was, for me personally, that was really interesting for me because I could take a class in engineering, and that's not something that that I want to major in, but like if I want to, I took a computer science class. That was rough, but I mean, it was something for me to try out, and I highly recommend stepping outside of your comfort zone, taking a class. One of the big things to do is taking the wines course, and take the one in Cal's. The one in the hotel school is hard.
Oh yeah.
The hotel one is hard, but the one in Cal's is fun, and you can drink. And if you're over 18 in New York State, you can drink for educational purposes. Fun fact. In terms of class sizes, it really depends. You can be in a huge lecture. Introduction to Oceanography has like 1,000 students in it. But there's different subsections, and you can have you have a TA, and usually, so with my classes, I had about 15 students within my discussion sections. This is not for the 1,000 person class, but like for a 200 person lecture, you break out into smaller sections, and in those sections, that's when you have a TA and you talk one-on-one with your TA. For me, most of my TAs are grad students. Teaching assistants, sorry. Most of my TAs were grad students, so they're really easy to talk to. They're also students, just a little older, and they're very reasonable, and they're good people to talk to, not just about the academic portion of your class, but just life. If you're interested in getting your PhD at some point, they're cool to talk to. Professors also have office hours. I think every single professor has to have office hours, because most professors, like, if you're gonna work at a college, you have to like college students. It's very easy to access professors through those office hours and talk to them. And I mean, it can be daunting to talk to somebody that's like the top of their field and the best of the best. And I think they definitely recognize that it can be intimidating for students to come up to talk to them. But once you do, they're super easy to talk to, and they're people, they're actual people too. So definitely take advantage of office hours. It helps you get good grades in the class for sure. You don't want to feel lost and not, let's see what else. Study abroad. Every school you can study abroad in. There's no restrictions for studying abroad that university-wise that I'm aware of. Definitely, I highly recommend taking advantage of it. I studied abroad in high school, and I definitely plan on doing it in college. And yeah, you can go all around the world. Research, Cornell is a big research institution, and so there's a lot of opportunities for undergraduates to get involved with research, just like as a research assistant. I'm so sorry that bug is attacking you. I just see it in the corner of my eye. You're fine. Just save yourself. You have the opportunities there's a bunch of different things to people that resources that you can talk to get you involved in research. I personally haven't done that yet, but I'm interested. But there's resources for literally anything that you could possibly think of. Cornell can point you to the direction. There's either something for you, or they will point you to the direction of where to find it. Is there anything else? Yes, go ahead.
Hi, I did a bunch of research while I was in college. A lot of people going in think that you can only do research if you're in the sciences or the social sciences, but that's just not true. English professors are looking for research assistants. I was a research assistant for a law school professor after my summer of junior year. It's one of those things where it's really, really good to do, whether or not you're interested in going into academia or not. It gives you a lot of skills that you wouldn't have otherwise learned about working closely with the professor and just that working relationship and paying attention to detail. If you're really interested in pursuing a research position, you need to go talk to your professors because that's how you're going to find most of them. You become friends with them, they like the way you work, and they can offer you a position. So I would encourage you, if you're interested in research, whether or not sciences or humanities, just keep your eye open for the opportunity because you never know where it's going to present itself. And another thing I was going to say about the professors is you guys all know from high school that your professor, your teacher, really can make or break the class. Like, we've all had that one professor who made us fall asleep. So if you're really looking for a good class, you should ask your friends or upper level classmen, like what professors they really enjoyed taking a class with, because it might not be a course you normally would take, but that professor is so good that you wind up loving the class.
One other thing I'll say about like academics is that don't be afraid, like if you've already registered for a class, to drop it. Like, it's okay, you're not gonna die or like nothing's gonna happen to your credits, especially at this point. I was like really struggling with this bio class and I just had way too much on my plate and that class was just like really annoying. I didn't like the professor and I didn't like my TAs and I just didn't, wasn't gelling with me. And I like went to my advisor and I was like, I really want to drop this class. Like, I know I'll be like 2-3 credits less, but I just really don't think it's working and I don't want it to like hurt my other classes and hurt how hard I'm working my other ones. And she was like, yeah, like go ahead. And it was like four weeks before the drop period, so it didn't even show up on anything. It's like I never really took it. So don't be afraid to do that. Like, just read yourself and know if you're studying like way too hard or something, and know if you're struggling, it's okay. It's like it's gonna be totally fine, and just know those things and make sure you use your resources.
Go ahead. I just want to talk about add drop again. So during the first, I believe it's the first 2 or 3 weeks of classes, you can add and drop a class just to shop around, see if this. So the classes that you guys chose, I guess a couple of weeks ago, you don't have to stay in those classes. You don't. You can choose other classes that are open during that add drop period. So add stops like the first couple of weeks, and then you have the opportunity to drop a class, I think.
But like before your first prelims.
Before your first prelims, it's like
after second prelims, honestly, because I took a prelim for that one class and
yeah, I took a prelim.
And prelims are the tests.
Yeah.
Sorry, prelims are the tests, and like everybody calls them prelims. So just FYI, you'll know for sure when that drop period ends. So, but if it goes like I don't know the date, but like. If you drop a class before that drop period, it doesn't show up on your transcript. You never took the class. No one talks about it. After that, you can withdraw from a class, and it will show up on your transcript as a W. But like that's not the end of the world. And then after, I think at some point you just have to take the L and fail it if that's what happens. But you might not fail it. That's it. So
you never know with the curve what can happen.
Right. So like I mentioned, I took computer science. I took intro to Python. That first prelim, guys.
Accounting.
So I dropped that like a bad habit, and I never took computer science as far as my transcript is aware, so yeah.
I just had a little more food for thought in terms of research is, like, especially among engineers, I knew people who felt, or like came in saying they wanted to do research, but maybe didn't immediately feel comfortable jumping into kind of such a daunting task. And so a lot of people I know, including myself, decided to wait until the summer. So like I worked as a research assistant at George Washington University this summer, and a lot of people I know stayed in Ithaca as well to work with various professors. So that might be a way to kind of dabble in it, get a feel for what it's like in a setting where you don't have to worry about managing your classwork too. So maybe just understanding that there's not necessarily a huge rush to get involved with something if you're not super sure about it.
I'm talking about.
Okay, so Sophie's going to talk about miscellaneous.
Okay, I'm gonna try to talk really loudly just because hearing the sound of my own voice just like freaks me out so much. For some reason, it's not a fear I'm gonna conquer today. Maybe another day. So I don't want to talk for too long because you guys have been sitting and hearing a lot of things, and I know that when I hear advice, it's one thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm going into this now. I have like all these thoughts in my mind, but like, I'm sure that all of this will be much more useful to you. Like a week in, you'll be like, oh, that's what they meant about where you eat and how you make friends and all of that. So. Before I say anything, I just want to say that don't be a stranger on campus to anybody, including me. I don't always recognize people, but my approach for when you get to a new place is just smile at everyone, because the worst that could possibly happen is you smile at somebody you don't actually know, and they're like, oh, that was so nice, someone smiled at me. So say hi to me, even if I don't say hi to you. Make friends with each other. There aren't that many people from the DC area, and especially once you get there, you're going to feel really overwhelmed by the amount of people from the New York City area. So whenever I meet somebody who's like wearing a Nats cap or anything that like vaguely suggests that they're familiar with the DC area, I'm like, oh my god, where'd you go to high school? Let's talk all about DC. I finally found somebody who like fits in with me more. So that being said, I love talking to people who are from a similar-ish area. So please say hi to me if you need anything. Reach out to me, friend me on Facebook, anything like that. Miscellaneous stuff though. Textbooks you don't need to have bought yet. Professors normally cover that like the first week, which is. Definitely go to the first class before you do anything, because sometimes they'll be like, I know the Cornell store says buy this $400 textbook, but don't. I'm not going to use it. In which case, you'll be so happy that you didn't buy that $400 textbook. If you already bought them, it's okay. You can definitely return them anywhere. Yeah, ordering off Amazon is a really good idea too. Renting books works. I always get like really neurotic about feeling like I need my textbooks and I need them in my hands that day. So the Cornell store is definitely overpriced, but I found that like the price comparison, if I buy like a used book, it's like $5. I'm like $5 for the comfort of me having this book in my hand today is worth it. So whatever works for you, definitely can shop around. Other thing, gearing up for the winter, especially coming from the DC area, we got a snow day this year, but that's never gonna happen again. So the big difference is that people in Ithaca are prepared for the winter, so they don't like freak out and just be like, I don't know what to do, there's snow on the ground, let's just all stay inside. That doesn't happen. Which one makes it easier to live in the winter when people actually shovel their sidewalks immediately. So I lived like a 15-minute walk from campus this year, and I never had a problem getting to class because we lived like off campus, but all of our neighbors always shoveled their walks by 7 a.m. So also, you'll be prepared for winter. If you haven't already, maybe over fall break, if you're coming home, buy a jacket that goes past your butt. You definitely don't, they sell jackets that cost up to $1,000. You definitely don't need that. If anybody tries to convince you to, you don't. But definitely buy a jacket that goes past your butt, that's warm. You'll want that for like around Thanksgiving-ish, you'll want that. So maybe, you don't need to bring that up now. Again, over fall break, maybe come home, do shopping with mom and dad, get a winter coat, then go back to school. Boots need to be waterproof for the winter, and you should have a lot of wool socks. They sell great, huge packs at Costco, not surprisingly, but like for $15 you can get like all the socks you could possibly ever dream of for the winter. I would very highly recommend that. Other thing I definitely wanted to touch on was the Cornell Bethesda bus. It goes to Montgomery Mall or something. I'm not from Maryland. Yep. So that's really useful. I would buy your tickets because they sell out kind of quickly for fall break and Thanksgiving break at least. I have only taken the bus once, and I've gotten really creative about bumming rides other than that, which has worked out really well for me. I have not really had to pay to get home at all, but I definitely would not recommend that, especially as you're going after your first semester. Your parents are going to be really intense about how you're getting home, when you're getting home, when are they going to see you, and they're going to miss you a lot. So my parents always would get in a huge fight right before break. It's like, oh my god, Sophie, you haven't figured out how you're getting home. I'm like, but I have like a loose idea of what I'm gonna do. So don't do that. Buy the bus ticket. It's pretty affordable and also goes nearby and leaves straight from campus.
The website.
Oh, there's a website. You can Google Cornell.
CBBus.com.
There it is. Or you can Google Cornell Bethesda bus. If you don't buy a ticket or if they're already sold out, there should be like there's one for my high school. I'm guessing other people's high schools have it too. We have like a TJ Cornell Facebook group, or there's probably similar ones. There might be like a Cornell DC area one where people are always selling bus tickets and offering rides home. So if you're on the lookout for ways to get home, you can.
And how much does it cost?
Something like, I want to say it's like $100 round trip.
$125 last year.
Yeah, so again, it's not like an amazing deal, but probably a good idea, at least for fall break. If you're planning on going home for fall break, go home tonight, buy your bus ticket. But yeah, miscellaneous can be anything, so should we
Bicycles?
Bicycles, very hilly. If you would like strong calves, bring your bike. I love
walking too.
Yeah, I love walking everywhere.
Me too now. I don't know why.
Yeah, I like got really into like walking to all my classes.
Your legs will be great after
Yeah.
the first
Oh
one.
yeah,
So
definitely.
But enjoy your free bus
week.
pass.
Oh, orientation week. Wait, I wrote in my phone notes things I definitely wanted to say, so let me just make sure I hit all of them. Orientation week can be very overwhelming. The one thing I want to say about orientation week is, one, Google Maps is your best friend. Turn it off volume. That's like a #1 way to cue in that you're a freshman is if you're walking around and you're not, you like, turn left on Wade Ave. I did that and everybody around me was like, oh my god, and I was like, no, this is it, this is rock bottom, this is what it looks like. But Google Maps knows all of your buildings, all of the fraternities, sororities, any place you could possibly be going. You can just type it into Google Maps, it will take you exactly there, turn the volume off. Go out with, if going out is your scene, I definitely don't want to get too much into that because I know that that's like people feel very strongly about that one way or another. If going out is your scene, go out with a group and make that group your dorm. Especially when you first get there, the friends who you're immediately going to meet are the people that live with you. So my roommate and I would always go out together because then no matter what, at the end of the night, we're going back to the same place, so I know that there's somebody that I'm with. There's a lot of new factors that when you go to college. There's all new people, all new place, and a lot of people, whether they choose to admit it or not, are very new to the party scene. So take care of yourself, be smart, be cautious, have fun if that's your thing, but definitely be safe and go out with a group. Is there something else I want to say about that?
The blue buses or the blue lights?
Oh yeah, there's a blue light system. It's like, I'm sure every single college campus you toured said they had the blue light system, safety's their priority, and it's something that's unique about their school. It's not, every school has that, Cornell has that. I've never used it, but there's a bunch of blue lights on campus. If you like press the button, somebody will come and escort you home. Cornell does feel a little bit removed sometimes, so it's nice to, even like, I've had friends who have used blue light type things too, or called like the Cornell, they're like ride systems for if you're walking home late. If you're walking home from a library at 2 a.m. And you live in a weird off-campus neighborhood like I did, it's good to, if you're not walking home with someone, to do something like that, because again, I like Cornell that it feels isolated and it feels like everybody's on just a college student, but take precautions to make sure that you're safe. Is anything else? Does anybody have any questions that fall under miscellaneous? Anything?
You walk like 11 miles a day during.
Yeah. On move-in day, wear comfortable shoes.
Bring water.
And hydrate or die. On the first night of a week, I got back into my dorm at whatever time, and I was like, oh my god, like my feet, I've never felt such pain in my feet. Just been walking around all day. So fully charged phone and comfortable shoes and a water bottle.
And the students who help bring in all your suitcases.
Oh, that's me. I'll be doing that.
Explain. Can you explain?
I'm orientation leader. But so you guys all got your move-in shift, yes, of what time you're supposed to be at the dorm. Just obey that. My dad was like, we need to be there first. I'm like, no, Dad, we need to go when our move-in shift time is. We don't need to be there first. They have it spaced out very nicely. Just kind of kick back, relax. You like pull right in front of your dorm, and then they like take all the stuff out of your car. They help you move it in. You help them move it in, and then you kind of go on your way. I had a great time chatting with everybody that moved in, and I recognized all of them, but they were like all so overwhelmed. They have no idea who I am because they met like 100 people that day. But that was really fun to me to like kind of talk to people as they're getting to campus. So, one thing to think about when you're going into orientation week is not just professors sign up because they like their job, but things like your orientation leader, that's a volunteer position. They wouldn't do it if they didn't like it. Your peer advisor, they wouldn't do it if they didn't care about you. People moving you in, they wouldn't do it if they didn't feel passionately about Cornell and passionately about giving you guys the best experience that you can. So be nice to people and ask everyone questions, because you have all of these new faces of people who want to help you, especially like upperclassmen are one of your best resources at Cornell, because they know what it feels like to be you, at least a little bit, and they want to help you. So ask anybody anything, and if at any time you're feeling lost, look for your in different scenarios, like look for your orientation leader, that kinds of things of people who are trying to help you.
Anybody else? No?